Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to today's Daily Divine, here to support our shine. My name's Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. A very warm welcome to newcomers and those who have been traveling here for a while. Your presence here is a gift for which I am eternally grateful. So thanks so much for showing up. Okay, happy new moon in Leo, everyone. This is a powerful new moon, really supporting us to harness our inner uh, lioness, our inner lion, our inner fire at this time. And it's kind of a paradoxical energy, really, because we also have Mercury going retrograde today. Until August the 28th. So at the time of recording, it is August the 4th. We are 4 days away from our abundance lion gate, although we are in that energy right now. So this is all about harnessing our inner power, our inner fire. So I'm just going to reach over here because I forgot to bring my book, but I just wanted to share with you some messages that came through for this new moon. So the question was, how are you doing, first and foremost? And we're being called at this time to lead with our heart, leadership of the heart. And we're rising. So this is a good thing. We collectively are the abundant building blocks of loving co-creation. So what are we here to do, and how are we doing it? Abundant floodgate. It is time to meditate. Gravitate toward ease and support. Gravitate toward ease. Support flows from joyful peace, at ease within the flowing experience. So this is what we have been working toward all Cancer season. We were working toward rising above our emotions. We were working towards honoring our emotions and allowing them to flow without being drowned by them, if you will. Emotional balance born of maturity. So we're growing up, everyone. Yay, we are growing up. At least those of us who are here. Those of you who are here are certainly growing up. And so emotional balance is growing as a result of maturity, as well as the honoring of the purity of your beautiful heart, the innocence of a child, the innocence of the child within the entirety of the experience. Heart-centered care. So this is always coming back to our relationship with self and how we support ourself with the awareness that God, Source, resides within us in the present moment. So heart-centered care supports expansive growth. Leaps and bounds of faith are what is called for now. Why wait? Don't delay the experience and the expression of abundant joy within this day, today. Abundance flows from the pristine waters within, cleansing, flowing, nurturing, growth, abundant growth. Abundance grows now. Settle down. Ground, grace, and gratitude are the words for this Leo new moon. So let's get some cards. I'm working with the Moonology Oracle and the Queen of the Moon Oracle. It's going to be short and sweet today, everyone. It is a long holiday weekend here in Canada for those who are fortunate enough to have the weekend off. Today is Thursday in my world, and this is a beautiful card to come out. It is the Queen of the Moon. This is who we are. And in particular, if you have a Leo moon, I am a Virgo sun, a Leo moon, and a Cancer rising. So this whole summer season is really all of the energies I'm here to embody. And so it's important for you to have a look at your chart, your natal chart, so you know, this is, I mean, honestly, I believe that all children should be given their natal chart to study at the time that we send our children off to school to learn useless things that don't really matter much, and to be programmed to particular agendas that aren't for our sovereignty. They're all about us being governed. And many of you have heard me say before, I answer to no one except the source within. And I am not here to be governed. And I trust that you aren't either. And it's about claiming our sovereignty at this time, standing on our own 2 feet, standing up against the insanity, against the, let's, for lack of a better word, the pure stupidity that is like permeating this planet at this time. So this is about us standing in our sovereignty as we continue to shine. 41 comes to a 5. So again, change. What changes are you being called to make? And what steps are you taking today to initiate change in your life? If you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? So you're doing it. It's time. There we go. It's time to take action. We've got the new moon in Aries. And this, it's a similar feel to like the Cancer, the Leo full moon, this fiery energy, right? We must take action. And yet, sometimes the action we're called to take is to rest. And that may seem like an inaction. It may not seem like we're doing anything, but we are changing on a cellular level. Our DNA is being upgraded to its righteous form, right? 12-strand DNA. This is something that before it became pretty common now, this was a message that came through me back in 2012 that we were upgrading to 12-strand DNA. Who's ever heard of such a thing, right? This is the DNA of the children of God, divine royalty. It is the recognition of the light of the Christ that resides within each of us. We are the resurrected light. No one is coming to save humanity. We are doing that. And so it's really important at this time that we step into our roles. Like, what are we waiting for? It's 2024. What are we waiting for? We can have it all and more now. And you have to have faith in that. You have to deeply embody that. And so if you're resting on your laurels, if you're sitting around waiting for, a savior or someone to come and tell you what next to do, you're kind of missing the point. And you are the PowerPoint here and now. So take action. It's time to take action. Listen within. Meditate. Maybe spend some time today in meditation and contemplation and see what comes up for you. And then remember, trust and honor your intuition and take action accordingly. One more card from this deck. Ooh, Aries energy is all around. A fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And with this, what I'm feeling is with Mercury retrograde, communication at the best of times, it can be challenging. And with Mercury retrograde, there can be a lot of miscommunication. There can be a lot of, even though we communicate clearly and effectively, those we are communicating with, depending where they are, their level of consciousness, may not hear what we're saying in the way that we're saying it. And it's really important for all of us to remember we are only responsible for how we communicate and the words that we say and the energy that is behind what we're sharing. We are not ever responsible for how someone receives the message that we share or how someone receives or perceives the communication. Remember, a couple days ago, the message that came through is in a world of projection, it is required of us the inner reflection, or inner reflection is required in a world of projection. So be mindful of how you're speaking to others this month. And it's not about talking down. And it's also really important to be mindful of how you're speaking to yourself. Those are key. I'm going to reach in my pockets because I reached in my little crystal bag this morning and just before I came live and pulled out a couple of crystals. So let's see what we've got. Okay, here we have some petrified wood. It's a polished, a tumbled stone. Petrified wood. Petrified wood. We're here to get to the root of the deception within our experience. And this can be generational, and often it is generational deception, generational wounding. And working with petrified wood at this time, I wonder if I have a really nice piece. Oh, here, I'm going to just walk around here. Here it is. Many years ago, here's a piece of petrified wood that's not polished. And this came from the desert in Nevada. And it was sent to me by a beautiful client. A number of pieces were sent to me years and years ago. So this is about getting to the root. And it is also getting to the root of our wounds, 1111. Getting to the root of our wounds, as well as getting to the root and discovering the ancient gifts that we were born with, which are natural and innate. We don't have to go and learn something outside. It is about learning from within our experience. And petrified wood is going to support us at this time. The other crystal is here, and this is carnelian. Carnelian is all about, it feels like that Aries energy that's come through today. And carnelian supports the sacral chakra, the emotional center in our body. So if you are struggling a little bit emotionally, if you've got like big feelings coming up for you, carnelian will support the release of these big emotions and the clearing of these big emotions. And so you're really being asked to go through the motion of clearing what is holding you back within. And it's always the resistance of the mind that affects us. So it's the ego that wants to stop us, particularly when we are close to doing what we came here to do. So carnelian and petrified wood are some energies that we can be working with today for some support. And so let's just get a few affirmation cards for all of us for this Leo new moon. Perfect. And again, 11. You are the master incarnate at this time. And it's so important for you to understand that you are here walking a path of mastery. And the mastery is over the ego experience, right? Which we have all been conditioned to. And so with talking about Mercury retrograde and communication breaking down, this is where positive communication, supportive communication begins within the context of our relationship with ourself. And it says, when my self-talk is kinder, I am empowered in my capacity to pursue my dreams and believe in myself. Yes. And I love the imagery on this card. She's just so unique. She's really comfortable in her own presence and who she is. And look at those ears. I'm really guided to note today that her ears have got these beautiful lotus flowers on them, or maybe a peonies, but it's like hearing with unconditional love. Like if we're not speaking kindly to ourselves, what are we hearing? Right? We want to speak and receive in that energy of unconditional love. Oh, good morning, sister. It's early over there. What? You're up with the birds. Well, we have been up with the birds, haven't we? We stayed up all night with the birds. Oh, gosh. So this is about, it's taken me right back to this first card that came out, the sovereignty card, right? Standing on our own 2 feet, being confident in who we are, knowing who we are, and really embodying the strength of the goddess of the moon, the one who is walking the path of mastery at this time. And that's you. You and you and you and you, all of you. Okay, that one flipped. You saw that, right? Surrendering. Number 35, it's an 8. We're in the 8 month, the abundant month, the most abundant month of the year, August. Yay. And we are surrendering to the truth that lives and breathes as us. And this is about non-judgment, non-attachment to the external. And I can assure you, if any of you are having a similar experience to me, there is a need to release and let go of situations in your life and relationships in your life. And that can be challenging because when we let go, we feel like we're losing something as opposed to creating space to bring something more wonderful, to magnetize something more supportive and in alignment into our experience. The longer we hold on, it's like, we're holding on to that hot coal. And as soon as we let it go, there's instant release. There is instant ease in the experience. My son went to get a haircut and he didn't get a haircut. Come here, Jacob. You want to show everyone your hair? Come. Let's show. No. Surrendering. So again, this is about the journey of self, right? Self-talk. We're in a universal 8-year. It is all about ourself and how we relate to ourselves, how we care for ourselves, how we show up for ourselves. This is so important. Come on, Jacob. Barb says, come on, Jacob. We want to see. Come on, Jakey. Just come here. Just peek. No, Barb. It's a no. It's a hard no. I honor the truth in surrender. Thank you, honey. I honor the truth in surrender as it opens me to gifts of divine grace. Yes, we are moving off of that karmic wheel. We're moving off. We've done it. This is a part of our, yes, he's being a chicken. We are moving off that karmic wheel and we are moving on to the spiral of grace, which is where we're meant to be. And this is where the abundance flows in. This is where we, there's ease in co-creation. We're not forcing or pushing anything. We're just allowing everything to be as it is meant to be in the moment. And we are all perfectly divine in this moment. Okay. And this is a good one to end this up. Finally, we've got the boundaries card, number 24, which comes to a 6. We're approaching the 6th house, Virgo. We're not there yet. I know I'm excited. It's the season of rebirth for me. So this is always a really great time to refine personal self-care practices. It's always a great time to go deeper into the spiritual experience. And I cannot stress enough to any of you who feel like you are here to change the world. You are. You are. And it's so important for us to begin to rise. It's so important for us to use our voice. It is so important for those who gravitate towards us to hear the message of love, of peace, of healing. A government's not going to do that for us. I mean, that was obvious the very first card that came out. We are sovereign through our connection to Creator, God, Source, whatever you want to call that energy from which we all originate. We are sovereign, sovereign in that connection. And someone standing in their personal power cannot be governed, cannot be manipulated, because their boundaries are clear. And it's really important for us, particularly in relationships at this time, to make sure our boundaries are clear, because those people around us, and especially because we're very empathetic, we're very kind and generous with our time and our energy, our resources, all of that, there are people in our lives that will know this about us and will take advantage or try to take advantage. And perhaps we have allowed them to take advantage of us many times. So they are used to, oh, that person, they'll cave, I'll get my way with them. I like me energy, no vampires, right? And there are, thank you, Barb, there are energetic vampires, right? And, it's like they'll suck the life right out of you and then wonder what's wrong with you, right? They'll suck the life out of you, give nothing in return, and go, hey, what's wrong with them? What's their problem? Well, perhaps their connection with you is a part of the problem, right? So this is about creating boundaries. And if you agree, give a thumbs up. Let's get this energy going. I cannot stress enough, if you're here watching this, whenever you're here watching this, show some support, show some love by simple things like a thumbs up, dropping a comment, which, I'm incredibly grateful for. But we must break free of, this artificial intelligence, this algorithm. We are natural. We are nature. We are perfect children of God, created as boys and girls who grow into men and women. And like, it's really about women rising at this time. We have lived thousands of years, 2000 at least, under this patriarchal BS that doesn't support you and I, doesn't support women and children, male children, female children. It doesn't matter what kind of children. We have to rise, and it is time. I can't stress that. Here in Canada, it's like a complete nightmare. I don't even understand this country I live in anymore. I don't get these agendas, because all of the agendas and narratives external seem stupid to me and don't make any sense, and they're not natural and they're not godly. And God has nothing to do with religion. God has nothing to do with religion. It is about the essence of unconditional love that resides within each of us, that lets us know we are worthy and deserving of all good things in life. And it's time to take the ram by the horns and go for what we want. We are the chariot. We are the hermit. We are the star. We are all of it. And our boundaries must not be crossed at this time. It is up to us to call in that force field of light around us, and nothing that is not of love, not of respect, not of high level consciousness can come into our space. And within that space, we can support to elevate those who we have created this boundary, right? This boundary of unconditional love. And so this is a perfect card to come out to end this. My clear boundaries allow me to protect myself, nurture my intentions, and follow my true self. And that's a beautiful way to sum up this Leo new moon. This is a beautiful way to sum up Mercury retrograde season. And so, yeah, the armor of God, right? If you don't know what the armor of God is, just type it into your Google search bar. And at this time, you'll probably still find it. There may be a time when you won't find it. But, like, we are sovereign. Let's go right back to the beginning. Let's end this the way that we started it. We are being called to rise in our queendom and kingdom. And as a queen, we do not accept a prince to walk by our side, right? As a queen, we are looking for the counterpart to that queen, which is the king. And both queen, and king reside within our experience. And when we have embodied this sovereignty within us, when we have unified the divine masculine and feminine within our experience, then we rise in our righteousness. And righteousness is not saying, oh, I'm better than you or anything like that. Righteousness is standing in integrity, walking in integrity, talking with integrity, and acting integrally in all things. And it begins with us, and we are doing it. And I appreciate your presence here. I appreciate all the healing work that you do. And I trust that this is a mutually beneficial connection between hearts. So thank you so much for being here. If you want to be a part of the free reading giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to this channel and drop a comment letting me know you've subscribed. And then anytime you comment on any content, you get your name into the draw for our next free reading giveaway, which will be on August the 29th. It's a Thursday. So I'm hopeful. I can't wait to see who's going to win this draw. And until then, I'm excited to watch this channel grow. Thumbs up, drop a comment, subscribe if you'd like to work with me. Personal reading, intuitive healing session, meditations, or if you'd like to be a part of the growing sisterhood in our Moon membership circle, then you can check out my website, lisalyle.com. All the information is in the description box below. And until tomorrow, I wish you all a beautiful and abundant Leo new moon. Remember, take some time for you today, because if you don't do it, who's going to do it? I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Barb, I appreciate all your interaction. Have a great day, sister. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Until tomorrow, take good care.